Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I'm Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, on this episode of Bullet Points, we're going to dive into the situation on ghost guns. Boo! The Democrats have made this a main argument this year. One of the big things they focused on is the ghost guns, the easy proliferation of guns across America, and the gun violence epidemic that is our nation. That's their three main hit points. But the ghost gun one is one they keep on trying to get traction, but they just simply can't seem to make it stick. And here are the three reasons that it's not going to stick. This is important because you need to know what they're doing, how they're trying to accomplish it, and why it's failing so we can duplicate that failure for them elsewhere. But it's linked in the description box below. This is an opinion piece we're going to dive into where Biden is kind of getting some crap from far left gun control activists around ghost guns because they set the bar too high. Check this out. I want to share this with you guys. Like I said, linked in the description. Let me hear from you. Here we go. Opinion. The Biden administration is moving too slowly on ghost guns like the one that killed my daughter. And I'm going to throw out a disclaimer right here. This is a terrible situation. I don't wish this on anyone. I'm not making it about this person. We're going to talk about the ghost guns, the legislation, and the Biden situation. That's what we're going to talk about. But I do have extreme sympathy for tragedy of this nature. Here's the first one. You can't legislate a hunk of metal, and it's something they've been trying to do. For example, check out what he says right here. Ghost gun kits sell for a few $100s online. No background check is needed. The weapons are technically unfinished, thus skirting the law, so they're not weapons. That's the first mistake. They have a definition problem, and we're going to get to the ATF part here in a second. But are often promoted online as 80% complete. Well, yeah, that means unfinished. Requiring only a drill for assembly. Again, assembly, implying they're unfinished. You can't legislate of what something can become. For example, you could not legislate a piece of pipe because it could become a pipe bomb. That's just not going to happen. That's the first thing they're running into. Legal definition. How can you say something's going to be something if it isn't something yet? That's the first thing they're going to run into. That's why the ATF is running into an issue. That rule they put out hasn't been put out yet, has it? Here's the second one. Less than 5 months after my daughter was killed, as I learned more about ghost guns, I ordered a kit online using her name because I wanted to see how easy it really was. Again, these aren't firearms. This is hunks of metal. I had a feeling that these companies don't care who buys their products or care if the purchaser has a felony conviction or if the purchaser, as Gracie would have been, is too young to legally purchase a gun. That part's too sad. But the point is, these are literally hunks of metal. They keep getting tripped up on what it could become, not what it is. And that's why this is a problem for them, because they can't get the definition right. Let's keep going, because here's number 2. Gun control does not work on ghost guns, just like it doesn't work on existing guns. And they're starting to have this conflagration about, well, gun control works, except ghost guns, because ghost guns are here. So they're here, and they're illegal, but they're still here, but they're wrong because they're bad, because gun control works, though, still. See, it just doesn't work. Check out this is what this person says about this. Unsurprisingly, criminals love ghost guns. Again, how if they're illegal? The weapons are a growing part of the gun violence epidemic, especially in states with strong gun laws, including here in my home state of California. California, okay, there's extremely strong gun laws there. Let's see what else he says. But the epidemic is nationwide, according to law enforcement officials. In the nation's capital, which will be Washington, D.C., an extremely stringent gun control zone, the local NBC affiliate reported last week that more than 280 arrests for ghost guns so far this year. Nearly 100 have involved teenagers also not able and legally owning guns. Weird. DC police say ghost gun seizures have jumped from just 3 in 2017 to 306 last year. And we're getting to the crux of the issue for the second point. Gun control works on all legal guns because they control the background checks, but it doesn't work on criminals because they skirt the laws no matter what. That's the whole point. So they have a very big execution problem that they're running into here. And this third part is interesting because they're starting to turn on Biden on this. 3 months have passed since the ATF's comment period ended. This is on the new rule suggested around frames and receivers. The rule classifying ghost gun kits as firearms still has not been finalized, and the surge in U.S. gun violence continues. When will the Biden administration act? And this is the interesting part. Back in April, Biden came out and he did put out basically rules. He said, hey, I would like a rule written for this. He didn't do an executive order. He did an executive action. So the action was taken that the gun controllers wanted, but because it's basically bogging down, and anything that they put out on around this is going to be struck down instantly. Because what are you going to do? Oh, that's a 80% receiver. Oh, okay, so what's legal? 79%, 1%, 2%. They're all bad. What's all bad? Metal? Yeah, metal's bad. So we can't have metal. No, we can't have metal. Do you see where this is going? They're running into the fact that they legally can't predict what chunk of metal is going to become something else, so they can't legislate it. This is going to fail because they set the bar too high. They have set the bar with the far leftists at, there's going to be no ghost guns. Well, how do you do that? You can't. And that's the whole point. That's why they're going against Biden. That's why they're failing on the ghost gun things. And that's why this is going to be a major negative for them overall in the gun control fight. That's what I've got for you, and I can't wait to see what you guys have to say about my shot tonight at the 8 p.m. segment. I'm Braden. See you later.